Viewers, subscribers, welcome back to the Coach's Desk with host Coach Minzy. And we are here just to do a little breakdown of what transpired with the Reggae Boyz in the quarterfinal action against the United States team at the Gold Cup 2021. Yeah? I mean, it is a performance that we could talk on and on and on about. Yeah? But before I get into it, people, let me thank you. Let me say thank you to all the persons who continue to support the Coach's Desk. I really appreciate it. The new subscribers, the most recent ones, the ones that who would have subscribed in recent past. Really appreciate you. Definitely, the movement will continue, and we'll continue to give you content that will definitely allow you to enjoy the channel. All right, so this is somewhat, people, of a little post-mortem of what transpired at the Gold Cup. You know what I mean? And of course, we know that the coaching staff will have to write their report, definitely, and to see where they would have gone wrong, what they could have done, and so forth. All right? Now, years gone by, persons would have been talking about the quality of players that we have. We lack quality and so forth. And we should go and get players, English players. There are some players that were included in the 60-man squad and they weren't called up. For whatever reason, I must say, I don't know. You know what I mean? But the coach would have selected a team, a 23-man squad, ended up to be 22. That's another story. Ended up to be 22 man and the likes. So they basically were 1 man short in terms of that. Now, of course, this team on paper is a way better team in terms of quality and talent. Don't let anybody fool you, people. You know what I mean? Don't let anybody fool you. This team is talented and has quality. Yeah? When you look at the way the other teams play in the competition that don't have the talent like we have, it is telling me something, people. Yeah? It is telling me that it is more than talent. It is telling me that this possible is a coaching issue. And then others would say, no, it can't be a coaching issue because the ballers them they had a lot of goal scoring opportunity, but they just did not finish these opportunities. So there are many things that could come out of this Gold Cup, many discussions, a lot of things to talk about, a lot of talking points. But in my humble opinion, I do see an issue with the coaching as one of the issues. I do see an issue where the players weren't at their best. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, the coach gave the instruction, the players went out there and they did not execute. So I would cast a lot on both aspects. The players did not have an excellent tournament as a team. Individually, persons stood out. And then some of the decisions that the coaches made in terms of the timing of substitution and such like. Now, one thing that I observed about this team in terms of the high press, I would have seen an improvement in that. For the past few games, we have been playing a high press game, especially from the Serbia game. I saw it somewhat in the United States game where we were beaten by the United States in Austria. So you could see that something is developing in terms of the high press game. Yeah. So that is also there. You could also see where we have a defensive structure that is there. would have formed a formidable defensive structure. The defensive section of the team, they played well. So you could see that there. In terms of offense, I'm not certain if we had any structure there. And let me put that into perspective in terms of moving the ball from third to third in attack. That was lacking. That was not crisp as we would have expected. It was a bit slow, you know what I mean? But you could see glimpses and patches, spurts of the game where a bit of that was being done, but sustained over a long period, no, that wasn't there. Positionally, we were also not structured as well in terms of how the players would play in their position, how they would take up a position, defending the spaces and all of that. That was a bit lacking in my estimation as well. I don't believe that there's a game model as well. I'm not sure. You could correct me if I'm wrong, people. If you saw a game model, but I didn't see a game model, and that is something that the staff needs to work on, where the game model is concerned. I mean, Whitmore would have had this team for quite a number of years, and pattern, style, you wouldn't basically see that in the Reggae Boyz, except for the slow pace of the midfield, and that is indicative of how the coach used to play. He was a very skillful midfielder, but he wasn't one of the fastest, if you ask me. He played football very slow. Now, one thing that I liked about the team, I mentioned it earlier, is the high press. The team high pressed very well without the ball. That high press allowed the United States to make some errors, which could have been goal scoring opportunities, but we didn't capitalize on that. You know what I mean? So that is something to look into, where the aspect of the high press is concerned. Once we're high pressing, we should be able to, to capitalize on the errors that the high press would have caused the team or opposing team to make there. One other thing that I observed from this game, people, is that we would have won 2 games early in the competition, and the performances was not that excellent either. However, we played 2 of the teams that will be playing in the final round of the World Cup qualifiers, and we lost those games. That is something to look into. It is important that we would have gotten good results against those teams. And again, we got the opportunity to win those games. We got the opportunity to score. But something was lacking. It's either the team was not focused, it's either the strikers were not motivated enough in this competition. Because, I mean, they got opportunities to win these 2 games, and it did not happen. And I did mention also that the changes took a little bit time to come in. I mean, you're down against the run of play. In terms of the changes, those should have been made earlier, some of the changes. In terms of the squad depth, I think that the squad depth was evident, especially in the final game, the quarter-final game. You were having persons high pressing, and I mean, in order to sustain that, there wasn't anybody on the bench who you could call upon to make those changes in terms of continuing the high press. So that is something that needs to be looked into going forward in terms of squad depth. That needs to be taken care of. It has to be sorted out, definitely. And we trust that it will work out. You know what I mean? So, people, I want you to share your comments down below in the comment section and tell me if this assessment is something that is a good assessment in your eyes. Is it the coach's fault? Is it a coaching issue that caused us to be in this predicament, or caused us to be out of the Gold Cup at this time? Or the players were just misfiring? Share your comments down below in the comment section, people. And thanks again for tuning into the show. Coach's Desk with your host, Coach Minzy. Big up yourself. We're out.